It's time for our Madden Franchise Roulette. Spin the wheel, the team it lands on. We have 5 seasons to make a Super Bowl champion, and we're going to be taking the team that got the #1 pick this year. That is the Las Vegas Raiders. We got to bring them from nothing to Super Bowl champions in 5 years. For these Raiders, we need to figure out the team's identity. How are we going to play either offensively or defensively? We let the wheel decide, and it's going to pick for us. We're going to be slinging that thing up there. Air raid offense for the Raiders. But we need a bigger challenge. Winning a Super Bowl in 5 years, anybody can do that. We need to add a chaos wheel scenario to make this challenge even more challenging. And we're going to be starting off tough because we have to go through and we have to cut our highest paid player on the Vegas roster right now. So for this Raiders squad, they're not very good. Obviously, they're the last place team last year, got the #1 pick. And, you know, they got some money to use, but in the AFC West, which is very competitive, this is going to be a tough team. We got to win a championship, a Super Bowl, 5 seasons. And we got to take into account cutting our highest paid player, and we have to run the air raid offense. So we have to go in here. We have to cut, starting off our season, our highest paid player. And unfortunately, that's going to be Colton Miller, left tackle, a guy we really need to be there to be able to protect our rookie quarterback, Mendoza. But again, we got to follow the rules. I thought it was going to be Max Crosby, to be honest with you, but apparently I was wrong in that regard. So here we go. This is going to hurt, but we got to do it. We got to release him. So we're going to free up a little bit of money, take on a huge cap hit penalty, which sucks to see. So he's been released. Unfortunate to see that have to happen. And now getting into our schemes here. So again, our offensive scheme, not West Coast offense. We have got to be the air raid style offense, which is, again, not what I'm accustomed to playing all the time. Let's see if anybody has an air raid style. There we go. We'll just do that right there with the air raid scheme. And then for the offensive playbook, we need to go find the air raid playbook somewhere as well. And again, I don't know anybody that has an air raid style offense in the league. It's not really something you see frequently, but I need to find somebody that's very, very pass focused. So there's no air raid playbook that I'm seeing here, but I think Campbell for the Detroit Lions, that style with a shotgun, very frequent passing game, I think that's going to be the style we're going to have to try to mimic. And here's the team we've inherited here. 5 seasons led by rookie Heisman winner out of Indiana, national champion Mendoza here. And then we got Junty as well behind him at halfback. Going to be really solid. Receiver, you got Tucker and Naylor they're decent, they're okay players, but again, now that we had to release our left tackle, we've got some not a great offensive line. We do have a great talent there with an X factor with Brock Bowers at tight end, which is excellent to see. But this is not a very strong team defensively. It's not much better, obviously. Our defensive line pretty weak. Our edge rushers we have Crosby. That's an excellent X factor player. We have Payne, we have Walker, Chen, Stokes, Johnson. We got some good players over here that we can utilize. And then of course Porter, that we're going to see what his dev trade is as well. So there's some pieces here we can utilize and play with, but really we're not going to see much until we get into the offseason and the draft. So let's get going and let's start off by simulating and getting into our season. So we're at the midway point right now, and our Raiders are 4-3. I'm actually a little bit surprised by this. Looking at our team schedule, we defeated the Patriots and the Chargers. Low scoring affairs, 13-12, 13-10, then got beat by the Commanders 11-14, beat the Bears 20-17. The Colts throttled us 31-17. We took care of the Titans, and we just got beat by the Chiefs, and we've hit our bye week. So the team's playing fairly decent. Let's see where that puts us in the standings currently. So looking at the standings in the AFC, we're not in the picture really for the postseason completely right now. I mean, we're in the hunt, but really what we want to look at here is the AFC West. And right now we are in the thick of it. The Broncos lead the division 6-1. Us and the Chiefs have the head-to-head right now. They just beat us. So we got a little work to do, but let's see how the team's performing overall individually. So stat-wise right now, we are 29th in offensive yards, 15th in defensive yards allowed, which is not horrible. Points are not going up. We're 27th in points scored per game, and we're 1st in points allowed per game. So the defense is playing way above the pay grade, if I had to be honest here. The offense is struggling. And part of that's Mendoza. I mean, he's thrown for 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. Again, in 153 attempts currently. He's taken 21 sacks as well, which is not what you want to be seeing in the ground game. We've had 110 attempts on the ground. Junty doing his thing, 528, 3 touchdowns. That's it. And then you have a rookie out of Arkansas, Mike Washington Jr. as well, 2 touchdowns as well. The receiving core is led right now by Jalen Naylor, 296 yards, 23 receptions. No touchdowns, though. The touchdowns have only come really from Beck and Bowers with 3 and 2 respectively. So we got work to do here on offense. So we do have some situations, some people to look at here. We have contracts expiring. We have Eric Stokes. He is a 77 overall scheme fit star corner for us right now. And he's, you know, he's not a bad player. Obviously our defense is playing really, really well right now, which is great to see. We're going to give him a nice little upgrade right here as well to help his man-to-man, which is nice. But he currently right now, stat-wise, let's look at stats and contracts here. This year, first year with the Raiders, he's got 35 tackles, 1 for a loss. No picks currently. He's never been a big interception guy in his career, only with 1 career interception on his career since coming over from Green Bay. But he's got some potential. He's still a young player. You know, obviously he's not an old guy or by any stretch of the imagination. So he's a guy that maybe we can get on a decent deal and bring him in. So let's look at this negotiation here. So we can get him 3 years for a decent bit here. I'm going to go with bonus down a little bit, up on that a little bit. Let's see if that's a deal he's willing to do. He says bump up that bonus and he'll sign. We'll remember that. And then we got some other players like Jordan Meredith, our left guard. He has no shot. He's not interested whatsoever in coming back to the team. Mason Rager as well, not really interested. And then we have some other guys here that are not really big guys. So I'm really not keen to sign too many players on this group. We have a lot of money to spend, but we want to wait till free agency for that. All right, so we simulated the rest of the regular season. Our team botched the rest of this season, which I wasn't anticipating year 1 for us to turn the whole team around. That's completely fine for me personally. I'm not really focused on year 1 to do it all in one season. So we ended up with 5 wins. Our last win came, I think, against these Titans, maybe, or who was it? We had one more win somewhere, and then we went on a colossal losing streak here. Just wasn't pretty football. The defense all of a sudden went from immaculate to trash. Our offense stayed trash. And we really only had one good offensive outpour this whole season in a win, which was against the Texans back in week 16. So it wasn't a good year for us. What that's going to do for us right now, if we look at the NFL standings overall, we will currently be positioned as the 5th pick in the NFL draft. The Texans, they went 0-17, absolute dog water. The Saints, Jets, Raiders, our Dolphins and Raiders. So again, no big surprises there in terms of who was bad. And the NFL was led by the Ravens and the Eagles for the 2 1 seeds respectively. So we got some work to do. The defense, again, if we look at stats, we were 28th in offensive yards on the season, which again wasn't great. The defense went from being great to trash. Now 24th in yards allowed, 28th in offensive points scored throughout the season, and 24th in points allowed. So it was just not the best year for us. Rookie quarterback Mendoza, he threw for 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, and he was sacked 41 times. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to find somebody to be able to get up front and protect this guy if we want him to grow and be the quarterback of the future for this squad. Junty did his thing, 1,200 yards on the ground rushing, 11 touchdowns. Rookie running back Washington Jr., 407 with 6 touchdowns. It's a pretty good 1-2 combination if you have to ask me. For some young players, I would really like to see that. Receiving core does need work. Tucker led us 847 yards, 3 touchdowns. Naylor did his thing. Brock Bowers did his thing. Our touchdown threat was Jack Beck out of TCU, 9 touchdowns on 32 receptions. He did a solid enough job. Then defensively, of course, Mason Crosby did his thing. 16 sacks on the season, led the team by a landslide. And then we had Stokes had 3 picks. We had Nakobe Dean, who got us two picks, and then we got a couple others elsewhere. So again, we got a lot of work to shore up for this squad. Let's get through the rest of season 1, see who wins the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl is going to be the Chiefs versus the Rams. This is an interesting one that some people think could potentially really happen in real life here, as the Rams have just went on a tear as the 2 seed. They took down the Cowboys, they took down the Lions, they took out the 1 seed, the Eagles, and it's not been close really. They've really had I guess really just, I mean, that NFC championship dominating. So we're going to see who wins this one here. I have a feeling it's going to be probably the Chiefs. They're a really good sim team in Madden, so I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them win this one here. And the season recap shows the Rams 35-14 dominate, get the big win, their third win, and MVP of the league was Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the year went to Mike Vrabel with the Patriots as well. So very good for him. So we need to find some help here on this side of things. I think we want to go find a new DC if we can at all, and maybe even go look to see if we can find somebody else there. I mean, we got Pete Carroll, he got extended, but let's go see if we can find us a good coach. So looking at defensive coordinators available, the best right here is Emmanuel Ortega. He is a level 11. He's a defensive genius, which I think bodes very well for us here. So let's see if we can hire him as our new DC, and he is hired to the squad. And I think, you know, offense needs some help too. We're going to fire Sterling here. Let's go find us a good offensive guru guy that's going to be able to do his thing and, you know, be pretty high level for us. So I think overall we got Brandon Starks. Nobody else is really high level, unfortunately, here. But it looks like for me, I'm going to go with Brandon Starks. And we got, there we go. There's our group, I guess. Whatever. We're going to roll with them, see what they can do for coaching. So it's time to get in here to free agency. And we got a lot of areas we can try to shore up, right? We know for our team specifically, let me show you. For our team specifically, we have a lot of weak points. I think our receiving core, we need to find a star there. We need better targets, period. The offensive line, we allowed 41 sacks, for crying out loud. We've got to be able to shore up the offensive line, especially at the tackle position. And if we can do that, that's going to make them a whole lot better. So receiver and offensive line is a must right now. Defensively, I think we're pretty decent in terms of the second level. I could use potentially maybe another safety at free safety, and defensive tackles as well could be a very nice thing to see. So overall, I'm not hurting too bad in some of these areas here, but I do think for certain we need to go find ourselves some skill guys here at the receiving area, defensive tackles, and offensive linemen. And starting off at receiver, the best available that is interested is a vet. He doesn't have a lot of years left, but again, I'm not looking for a guy that's going to be a big, deep build. We're 5 years in, we're 1 year right now. We need to find people that can turn this team around fairly quickly. And Davante Adams fits the bill. He's 86 overall. He's a very interesting target for us. We could bring him in for 1 year, up that deal a little bit there. 1 year. You know what? I'm actually not opposed to that. We'll try to see if we can get the deal there. 1 year deal, sign him on, and then maybe we can tag him if we need to. And then you got some other guys here. You got Ryan Flanoy from the Cowboys, Kamante Turpin. There's a special team specialist right there for you. Elijah Moore as well. You got Calvin Austin, really solid player, 95 speed, really good speedster. He's fairly interested in this team. So I think we may try to get him. Austin as well. 3 year deal. We'll up that bonus a smidge. We'll see if we can get him in the team. Okay. So there's two big targets there. Now looking at tackles. Again, we need a good tackle because we are hurting in this position right now. Right now, our tackle position isn't great. And I have some right tackles here. So we got like a 78 overall, 76 overall, 33-year-old Trent Brown. Brady Christensen's he's available still. Let's see if Trent Brown, maybe we can get him at a discounted deal. He's a 1 year deal, which isn't great, I'm gonna be honest with you, but he's not bad at that price, right? So we got Trent Brown there we're looking at. Looking at left guard, there's a Chris Paul here, 27 years old, 76 overall. Let's see if we can get him on a 1 or 2 year deal, bring that bonus up a little bit. And then a defensive tackle, I would like to try to get one of these guys. And Grover Stewart, leaving the Colts here, 84 overall, 32 years old. Again, I don't care if they're too terribly old right now. We're gonna try to bring these guys in. Okay, so far so good. We've done our first eval offers, and we've gotten Davante Adams locked in with the 1 year deal, as well as Grover Stewart. and Calvin Austin. So 2 receivers and a defensive tackle. Welcome to the squad. That's excellent to see right now. You know what? You got Taylor Decker here. It can't hurt to have just more offensive depth. And I know he's not super interested in this team, but I'm willing to give you a little bit more money. Go 9 million, 11 million on the bonus. See if that's something that maybe we can get a little intrigue out of. We also have a Daquan Jones here that's available, a defensive tackle. Again, can't hurt to have more defensive tackle depth. So I'm going to try to give him a deal. See if that's something he's interested in. Then looking at safety, we have Malik Hooker. You have a Xavier Woods. A Ronnie Hickman, really young player right there. I'd like to actually try to get him if we can. A young cornerstone player for this defense that we could build around a little bit there. I'm going to give him a little bit more money. See if that's something we can try to maybe sway on. All right, so I've submitted the offers and it looks like our signings, let's go by all and let's see what we got. So we got Adams, Stewart, Decker, Jones, Hickman, awesome, Calvin Austin, Trent Brown, and Chris Paul. So we got everybody we wanted in there. And I think that maybe we have $30 million still in cap room. We brought in 2 receivers, a right tackle, a left guard, a left tackle. We got a free safety as well as 2 defensive tackles. Now I would like to try to shore up still a little bit more in the linebacker area, maybe find a corner as well that can help us out, like a Singleton or a Chidobe Awuzie can't hurt us. So I may try to offer something to both of these guys and see if we just get a little extra help here. So for Alex Singleton, we're going to give you a fairly decent deal there. And then Awuzie, Chidobe Awuzie, we're going to give you a 1-year deal, up that bonus a smidge. Let's see what we can do with you. And Jake Bates is available. It's a really good kicker. I know we may not need a kicker. We have Matt Gay right now on our depth chart. I don't know. We don't need the kicker. We don't need the kicker. I'm not going to do it. I will look at Eric Stokes though, still here. Eric Stokes, give you 6 mil. All right, there's our last offer. Let's do this thing. The eval period's done. Here's where we're at right now. We have gotten Adams, Stewart, Decker, Singleton signed, and Awuzie signed. There's a defensive tackle with Daquan Jones signed. Hickman, the safety, Austin, Brown, and Paul. So we've got some really good targets signed in. It's really nice to see. Here's where you see our other talents are going across the league. Daniel Jones going to the Browns. Good for him, I guess. But we got some interesting people coming in on the squad. Let's see now what we can do now with the draft, as I think we had a very, very strong free agency. Here's the depth chart after the free agency. We're already up to an 83 overall. You notice that's a big bump. So again, offensively, you got a lot better. You got Devontae Adams, you got Beck, Naylor, Tucker, who, again, and Austin. So there's better depth here. Offensive line, we got Decker, which is excellent. Paul, Linderbaum, Powers Johnson, and Grant, which we will probably move over Glaze to that position, and that will help up a little bit. I may still try to find one more offensive tackle if there's anybody available. So the offense looking already a lot better. Defensively, defensive tackle, massive upgrades here. Massive upgrades. We also got big upgrades at corner for us. Safety is still okay at the best. We're okay at our edge and linebacker situation. I'm very, very pleased where we're at here. We're going to move Walker to our starting spot here. We may even move Singleton over if we need to, but I really like where we're at defensively as well. So pretty strong across the board outside of our long snapper situation here, which isn't great. I may try to go find a long snapper because we're kind of hurting there overall, and then our specialist over here is pretty solid across board. So let's go find his long snapper. Long snappers, they're important, y'all. You never can, stress that enough. You need a good long snapper. I'm going to find somebody right here. Let's see if we can grab him. And then outside of that, there's really nobody else that I want to spend that money on. We want to save our money what we do have. All right, and we got Blake Ferguson. There's our long snapper. Welcome to the squad, and our free agency is complete. Let's get ready to roll to the draft. All right, so it's our pick in the draft. We again are the 5th pick in this draft. We had a receiver, quarterback, all just went off the board in front of us, which I think bodes very, very well for us here. So we're going to go make our selection, try to find the best pick around for us. We're going to go with Jadarius Marion here. He's a top 5 projected player. He's the best defensive tackle around. And again, this is a position, if we can have a strong D line, winning in the trenches is everything, especially on the defensive side of the field. So we're going to draft him to see if he's a reach or not. We're going to take him as our first pick in the first round, or 5th pick of the first round, I should say. And I'm hoping he's not a bust. I'm hoping he's going to be big time for us and be a guy that can really be an anchor of this defensive line, along with Max Crosby and the new additions we got at defensive tackle and free agency as well. And it says he's a B pick. He would have been a true pick at a 25, strong core base. Okay, well, it's not terrible. Normal dev trait, though, that is the big bust. So we're here now. It's the 2nd round, and we need to find depth guys. I think, honestly, Tony Underwood, he's a 1st round projected quarterback, but it says actual talent is a 1st to 2nd rounder. And you know what? I'm not opposed to finding another quarterback. So Tony Underwood, welcome to the squad. You're a B. Your true value was a 23. We got you at 37. That's very good. And he's a dev trait player, 93 throw power. He's got 78 speed out of Hawaii. We're going to see what this kid can do. He's got good deep ball accuracy and short accuracy. Under pressure is great trucking as well. Who knows? Tony Underwood, you may be the dude. And we're going to go 3rd round pick here. And we're going to find Cameron Murphy. He's a Mike linebacker. He's got elite speed. He's good at everything else pretty well. I like what he's got overall here. Maybe a bit of a reach. We'll see. It says he's going to be a 123. We got him at 69. So that's not a great pick. But again, we're going to take the best we can do. All right, we're in the 4th round here. I want to try to take a receiver. This guy's 6'4", 228. I kind of like what he's got. Let's see. It's probably a reach. He's a 183. I got him at 101. Again, not great, but we'll take him. Got another 4th round pick here, and I do want to take this guy. I was looking at Pinto here. He's 6'5". I was wanting to draft him earlier. He's got decent things. Probably another reach. God, he's terrible. He's abysmal. This guy's trash. All right, so we got through the rest of the draft. Here's what we ended up netting at the end of all of it. So we ended up with some decent picks and some trash picks as well. So again, Jadarius Marion, our 1st pick out of the 5th spot. And Tony Underwood, really surprising guy, 76 overall already. We had some not so good picks here in the middle rounds. And then towards the end of the draft, we pulled in Chris Cutler, 73 overall player here. Normal dev trait, but again, God, man, they got to fix the player rookie faces. They're so bad. And then our last pick was Jeff Flowers, left guard. We were surprised by him, 74 overall, and he's a hidden dev trait, so he's a guy that may be able to develop for us. So overall, I feel like we had a fairly solid draft. It wasn't as strong as I was hoping, but it's good pieces to add to a team that we're building here in year 2. So we're sitting here preseason, and we already got 2 injuries. We have Polomoa, he's a 1 to 3 week injury. He'll be okay eventually here. And then we had a dislocated hip from Traden Stukes. He's solid player, 72 overall, strong safety. You want to be starting by any stretch, but a 3 to 7 week injury hurts on the depth side of things, certainly. All right, so we're ready to get going season 2. We're an 83 overall now after all the preseason and everything's happened here. So here's our squad. Again, Mendoza, year 2, we'll see what he does. And if he holds on to the spot, because the rookie Underwood may be coming for the job if Mendoza doesn't get the job done. New number 1 target there with Devontae Adams. We also got some better depth on the offensive line, which is going to be huge for us. I can't stress that enough. We're going to move you up over to Flowers, certainly. Glaze, yeah, we'll move. Yeah, I'm going to leave that as is. So offensive line's better. We'll see how much better. Defensively, Dean, you're going up. We're going to keep Walker under here. Payne should be solid. Safety's going to be better. Corner's going to be stronger. We got McCoy, Chidobe. We got Marion here with Stewart and Jones. Going to be a better defense, I hope, than what we had towards the back end of the pack, right? It was not very good at all. So let's get going. Let's get through a couple games here, and let's see what our squad can do. Again, 5 wins last year in year 1. Season 2, we're looking for better and bigger. All right, so at the midpoint, we are piss poor. We are 1-6. Holy Toledo. I thought we'd be better this year, but right now we are struggling. We do have a couple injuries. Junty's a big one that he's out. Apparently, we'll have to see the severity of that, but we are 1-6. We're last place in the division right now. So I want to look at these injuries here. He has a pulled groin. He's out for 1 to 3 weeks. We don't need our top our top dude there being out. So we were 1-6. Let's look at the schedule here. How bad has it been? So we got beat 30-28. We win against the Saints 32-27. Good Lord, the Chiefs destroyed us. The defending champs beat us. The Chargers beat us. And then the Bills rocked us. And now we're heading to this point here. So we are not performing very well at all. Standing wise, if I had to take a guess, we're probably, yeah, it's, oh, poor Cowboys. We're down here at 1-6, right? Or 1-6. So we are right now a top 3 pick in the league for next year. Not a great start. And currently right now we're 17th in offensive yards. That's much better than last year. Defense is bad though. 28th in yards allowed. We are 20th in points scored, which is still way lower than it needs to be, and we are last place in points allowed defensively. Mendoza, I mean, he's better this year. 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns, only 4 picks. He's only been sacked 10 times. That is an improvement for the one-year pro out of Indiana. Junty, again, before the injury, 426, 3 touchdowns. Mike Washington now having to be the top dog in his absence. And receiving core-wise, Davante Adams. He's the top guy. He's leading us. And those categories, which he should be leading us in. So that's excellent to see. And again, defensively, I'm expecting them to get better, but right now it's been a struggle. We haven't been able to do as well as I was hoping. Creating turnovers especially has been an issue for us. Only 1 interception through our first 7 weeks and only 2 fumble recoveries. So we've only forced 3 turnovers. Is that what you're telling me? That's not the recipe for success. So we're going to jump into a super sim here. I want to see how this team does in action here. We're down right now 14-10 second quarter. Again, we can jump in the fourth quarter if we see fit. And we also are always going to be on all Madden difficulty. So it's fourth quarter currently. And it is a defensive stand time. We need to get a stop. They're going to kick the field goal. And they miss the 32-yarder. And we now get the ball back here. 1st and 10. We took a sack. 2nd and 19. 3rd and 19. And we got to give it back to them. So here they go. Fourth quarter. 5 minutes left. 3rd and 4 at midfield. And they don't convert. They're going to boot it away. So with a little bit of time left, we have 4 minutes left. We're diving in here with the second-year pro squad. We got to get down the field. So we're going to go levels here. And we're going to see what we can do here with Mendoza. We got Mike Washington in the backfield. There's our offense. Here we go. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to go underneath on the drag route. We're going to hit Beck. And he's going to get the first down there. A 200-yard day already for Mendoza. Excellent to see. Let's go tight end attack here. Bowers, Tucker, Beck. Where is Davante Adams? I don't know. There it is. Thrown over to Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers. Next one. Spin move. Stiff arm and out of play. Huge play. Brock Bowers, Mendoza connection right there. 1st and 10 now. Driving down the field. And we are in a great position here. So where the heck is Davante? Where's Davante at? Is he hurt? He dislocated his hip, bro. This is what we can't afford. Injuries like that. So 1st and 10 now here. I'm going to throw it underneath. And that was a dangerous throw. They were zoned up on us here. All right, we can afford to go ground game a little bit with Mike Washington, 2nd-year pro now out of Arkansas. I love him because he was a Razorback. That's my alma mater. And Mike Washington not feeling great as a result of that carry. So it's 3rd and 10. And I am going to go a little bit on this. So we're going to chew that clock down a little bit here. 3rd and 10 here. Going through the air. See if we can get Washington on this. They're going to bring pressure out. And we got him. Loaded over the top. Touchdown for the Raiders. The Razorback gets into the end zone. Connects with Mendoza. And the Raiders are going to take the late lead. 2:40 left here in this ball game. That's what you freaking like to see, ladies and gentlemen, as we were trying to pull off a big win here against these Chargers. So now the defense got to make a stand. Let's see if they can do it. And right now, oh boy, things are getting interesting here. It is a big play and an interception. Jeremy Chin, 48-yard interception. Should be able to just seal the deal and run this clock out and get out of here with a win. And there's the kneel. There's the kneel and the victory for Pete Carroll's Raiders. Move to 2-6. We'll take the victory. That was a good one. So looking at this, Mendoza, 18 of 27, 3 touchdowns and 275. No picks. That's a recipe for winning every single time. Mike Washington, not the best on the ground. 14 for 49. It's decent. And Tucker, again, before Adams went down with the injury, now Tucker pulls in there with 4 for 40. And Bowers, Beck, and Washington Jr. each come away with a touchdown reception. Again, Nakobe Dean, look at that, 17 tackles. We had 2 tackles for a loss. We had the big interception from Jeremy Chin, which set us up for the victory. So let's see the severity of this injury. It's a 5-week injury. So we have not only our top halfback out, we now got our top receiver out, and that's just not what we were hoping to see. So again, we got to figure out how we can recoup. And just Junty got healthy, and now he's back, and he just got hurt again. He just played the Broncos. Now he's out for 3 to 5 weeks with an ab tear. This is getting ridiculous, y'all. The injuries are piling up. We're 2-7. I think we just made them to playoffs and see how this team falls in year 2. The injuries are hurting us. And Pete Carroll just got fired. So we actually just got fired from this squad. What did they end up? How bad was it? The Raiders went 5-12 yet again. They'll be the 4th pick in the draft, just behind the Cowboys, apparently, in the tiebreak situation here. Terrible season yet again. And in year 2, here's the Super Bowl. It's the Broncos and the Lions. The 1 seed versus the 3 seed Broncos. The Broncos, I believe it. They've been playing great. Bo Nix is leading that squad. They're doing their thing. And we'll see who comes out in 2026, the 2nd year here for us here. Who wins and is going to hoist that Lombardi trophy in year 2. I have a feeling it may be the Broncos here. So let's see. So it was the Lions, 24-13 in year 2. Jack Campbell getting it done. The first championship for the Lions in their history. And Joe Burrow gets the MVP of the league with Zach Taylor as the coach of the year. So we're taking over with the Raiders now, their new head coach. And we're going to see how this goes. Again, they're 82 overall, 5-12 for 2 consecutive years. Again, the injuries were really kind of the issue for this team. I want to see if they were improved at all, though, because, you know, stat-wise, team stat-wise, all that stuff, they went 18th in offensive yards this year. That's better than last year. 25th in defensive yards allowed, which is about where we were last year. 21st in points scored, still very low. Got to get better there. And 30th in points allowed. So very, very bad. Mendoza in year 2, 3,700 yards passing, 30 touchdowns, 13 picks. Better. That's a step in the right direction. The 36 sacks is still too high. We'll see how his progression is here. Junty, again, an injury-riddled year. Finishes with 845 and 4 touchdowns. Mike Washington, 566 with 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Devontae Adams is able to get over 1,000-yard threshold, 7 touchdowns. Beck, 919 and 8. Solid enough job there. Who's allowing all these sacks? It was Taylor Decker, who we signed in, or we brought in here. 12 sacks allowed out of my left tackle. That's not what you want to see. And our defense was led by Nakobe Dean with 145 tackles. Our sack leader, of course, Crosby, 19 sacks, leads the squad. And again, we ended up getting some interceptions, but it just not enough. This team just didn't come together or stay healthy enough to do anything, really. Now moving into year 3 as we get ready for season 2's off season. We're an 85 overall squad. The team is way better than when we first took them over in year 1, right? We were a way better team. But we still have some weak points. Again, right now we need receiver to be a little better, defensive tackle and left tackle. Those are the real touch points we need to look at here. So that's where we're going to focus on first and foremost. And our top receiver available, again, we have $182 million cap room. You got Zay Flowers sitting here. Dude is he's an instant win for you. And we could bring him in for some big money. I'll pay you 13 mil with 16.5. You're a big contract. Will we be able to land him? I say probably not, but we'll see. You also got DeForest Buckner here. Really good defensive tackle. A position, again, we know we need to get better at. We'll try to bring him in as well. Brian O'Neill, the right tackle. Again, offensive line, if we can improve the offensive line, that's going to make everything better for us. Mendoza's available as a rookie? How? I thought we had this dude locked up, but I guess not. He's 84 overall, 3-year. I want to keep him on the squad, man. I like Mendoza enough. I want to see what he can stick around and do for this team. So we need to re-sign him. We'll see if that's a deal he's willing to take. He may not. He very well may not. Devontae Adams is still around, but I'm actually going to go down to a little bit younger here. Troy Franklin. Definitely a younger player, but a guy that can come in here and make some plays for us. So we're going to see what we get here. We're going to see what we get here out of this group. We've targeted Zay Flowers. He's still not super interested. He's got some other guys he's got ahead of us. Come on, Zay. If I could land you, dude, I am gonna feel over the moon about the situation. I don't know if he will though. But we did get Buckner, O'Neal, and Franklin. So that's 3 good pieces there to help shore up this squad a little bit. I want to see if we can get Wills Jr. here. Left guard, again, a position we know we suck at. Last year, that was our worst position on the offensive line that didn't perform at all for us. So we're going to look at that position, certainly. Defensively, let's look at linebacker a little bit here. So you got Sonny Styles here, 79 overall. Not bad. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Some of these guys I am intrigued in. A corner, especially free safety. We know we suck at that position. I'm intrigued to try at corner. Maybe get a Kenny Moore. Get a Kenny Moore type guy in here. The 1-year contract. Again, it's year 3 out of 5. We got to get something to start running for us. And maybe also go after Sonny Styles here. Young player. He's got potential. Let's see if we can land that. And then I think I may go back to Devontae here. Devontae's been available. We had him last year. He was our leading receiver in the 1-year contract we already had for him. I'll give you the $6 million bonus, 1-year deal. Let's see if we can get you to come in. So after the evaluation, signings are done. So we've got Buckner, O'Neal, Adams is signed, Franklin is signed, Moore, Styles, and Willis. Unfortunately, we missed out on Zay Flowers. He's going to go over to Washington. Top threat there. Mendoza didn't want to come back to our squad. He's going to go with the Miami Dolphins, which means we're going to be under a new quarterback here as we're going with our 2nd-year pro apparently here. So that's going to be interesting. We may want to try to find a backup like Anthony Richardson just to have somebody that can help a little bit just in case we need them. So that's not a bad target to get. I still would like to find another halfback or another receiver as well if we can afford one, because we got Devontae, we got Franklin. I like that 1-2 piece. That's not bad. Left tackle, we've got Willis. We got Shelton sitting there at center. He's not what I really need though. We got O'Neal. Let's see. Let's find another secondary player potentially here. So we got Forbes here. It's not bad. Emmanuel Forbes Jr. You got Xavier Woods sitting there along with Justin Simmons. You also got a Taylor Demerson here, who's a young safety, a depth guy for certain. I like some depth guys, so let's try to see if he wants to come on the squad. And who's available at kicker right now? You still got Brandon Aubrey? Brandon Aubrey, how much are you wanting money-wise, bro? A little bit. Not the end of the world. We don't have a kicker. You know what? I'll bring on Brandon Aubrey. Why not? Why not, bro? So Aubrey still is not signed. Come on now. We got Anthony Richardson Sr. We got Taylor Demerson as well. So we got a lot of good players here. We need that kicker. Brandon Aubrey did come in. All right, so we got what we need. We are set. Do we have a punter? We do have a punter. So I think we're pretty set with this team. We have some cap room still available to us. Do I have a long snapper? I should, right? I signed that guy last year. Yeah, I still got my dude. So I feel pretty good about this team overall. Looking at the top 100 players still available around the league. You know, there's some guys that are interesting to me. A few anyway, here and there. You got like a Rashad White here as a depth guy. You got Brian Robinson Jr., not a bad player as well. But I think we're good. I want to save our money for any re-signing we need to do. Let's get to the draft. So heading to the draft, we're 86 overall, better than we were. 88 on offense, 86 on defense. And looking at our lineup now, here's where we're at. So we're going to have Underwood, 2nd-year pro. We know he's a star potential player. He's going to be now quarterback 1. Got Junty here. We got Devontae as our number 2 receiver. Beck's now the top dog, which is nice to see. Again, not a great receiving core, but solid enough. The offensive line far improved from where we were a year ago, which is excellent to see. And so as long as we stay healthy here and Underwood performs, you know, we may be looking at a much better year, because Underwood, again, he's a star player. He's 78 overall, 93 throw power. He can sling the thing. He can sling the ball. He's not the fastest quarterback in the room, but he's a solid enough guy. I think he can get some stuff done for us. So offense is looking solid. Defense, I'm pretty happy about. I like the Pay and Buckner combo here on defensive tackle with Marion. You got Crosby as well here. You got McCoy, Johnson, Porter, Chin, Kendall Moore the second. You got you got solid players all around in the secondary overall. Hickman's gonna be a better player for us. I think we move up styles here. You got Jackson there. I'm actually going to go Walker over him. That's better. So I'm liking our defensive unit here, our defensive group. We got Brandon Aubrey as well. That's clutch. So I'm feeling pretty good about this team in year 3, but we have a draft to try to get even better players. Our first pick is number 4. The Cowboys didn't have a first round pick for that spot. The Jets, I guess, landed that spot, and they went receiver, edge rush, and quarterback. So here we are at the 4th spot in the draft. We need to find a really good player. Obviously, you got quarterbacks all over the field that are, people say are really, really good. Elite acceleration, elite strength, but not necessarily what we need. We have a quarterback right now I'm good with. I don't want a rebuild player or anything like that. I want to find the best option. Interesting receiver here, Rashawn Bellamy. It's an elite strength, elite jumping, great speed, great change of direction, solid agility, and solid acceleration. He's, in terms of his pro day, he was first on bench, vert, and whatnot. In terms of his abilities and whatnot, he's got not the best short route or medium route. His deep route sucks, so he's not really the best route runner. Seems like he's just a physical body you throw the ball up to. You know what? I'm going to draft this Damian Beal, 6'6", left tackle. Offensive line's important in this league. Maybe a reach here. He's a true pick 20. He's a hidden dev trait. I'm not going to sleep on that. So second rounds here, and we got a lot of good players still on this board here. Harrington's interesting here. He's a deep threat guy, 6'1", deep threat, 22 years old. He's got elite speed, great change of direction, great, good, and elite acceleration. Very solid. Great deep route. You know what? Give me another receiver threat. You never know. He's a 45. We got him at 36. That's not bad. He's a normal dev trait player, 96 speed though. We can deal with that. So the draft went again, and we want to show you what we had. It wasn't a very good draft this year. We had our best picks at the top. So I sorry I didn't show much else. Kai Lynch was our 3rd round pick, Mike linebacker. He's, again, normal dev trait, 73 overall. Nothing too spectacular jumping off the page. We've got McCutcheon here as a halfback, normal dev trait player, nothing crazy. And then just some defensive depth, really, more than anything. But I'm really excited to see what Damian Beal and Harrington can do. And, a 73 overall rookie Kai Lynch there is not terrible to look at. And we have some trade offers for Kenny Moore. Again, he's a guy that's not our starting dude, but we have a couple offers here for him. We got Levi Copeland. He's a halfback, 71 overall, straight up. Devin Moore and a 6th round pick for next year's draft. Deontay Cummings and a 2028 6th rounder. Kenny Clark's interesting. But right now, none of those are just screaming to me. I think what I do is I think we stick with Kenny just in case. So our quarterback just went down in the preseason. Week 2, dislocated elbow, 2 to 4 weeks. So he may miss opening week, which is not great at all after the first preseason game. So we'll see what develops there. All right, it's time for year 3. Here's our team. We're 86 overall. The offense is fairly good, 88. 84 on defense, could be a bit better. But Underwood seems to be healthy, ready to get going to start off the year with Junty at halfback, Devontae Adams. You got Beck, you got Tucker, you got Franklin, Naylor. You got all these guys. Offensive lineman, we got a rookie starting at left tackle, followed by Willis Jr. To see how that plays out. Again, I'm pretty overall happy about this offensive line development for us here. Nobody's terrible. So we'll see how that stays if they stay healthy. Defensively is the big area that we have some question marks here. I am going to start Styles. I'm going to start Walker. Corner, I'm happy about what we have at corner here overall. Happy about this. I feel fairly solid about this offense and defensive output. Let's see how we do. Right now, we were starting week 1 against the Chiefs. Very good team. Let's actually jump into it. So again, the Chiefs are a team that've been, it's them and the Broncos in this division really doing their thing. But we want to start year 3 with new high expectations. And we're going to try to do just that. We're going to jump in here to the sim. Fourth quarter is what we can play. All Madden difficulty starting down 7-0, 10-0. We cut back in the game. Okay, we're down 10. Come on, we got to get offense going here. Again, the offense is anemic right now. Fourth quarter, we're down. And it doesn't look like we have much hope as we get blitzed 28-7 in week 1. It's not what we're hoping for the first year starter. He's a second year pro, but he's played abysmal. Patrick Mahomes did his thing, but Underwood here, 16 of 25, 158. That is it. And he threw a pick. Not his best stuff. Junty did 10 of 86 with a touchdown. Devontae led us in receiving. Defensively, we just couldn't really find a way to stop Mahomes and company. And here's where we're at. After that game, look at the injuries we just had sustained. You got a couple 1-weekers, but you had the rookie, Damian Beal, who I was excited about left tackle. 5 weeks with a torn labrum now. We're at the midway point right now, ladies and gentlemen. Our team, well, it's not very good. We are 2-5. We started off the year very poorly. We got to win against the Dolphins. That's nice to see against our former quarterback, Mendoza, now over there with the Dolphins. And the Chiefs, we got back against them at our home field in Vegas, and that's nice. So outside of that, though, not much to celebrate for this squad. We're not playing our best football right now. We're 20th in offensive yards this year. Defensively right now, dead next to last in yards allowed defensively. The defense is playing abysmal. Offense is not scoring the ball very well. We're 27th in touchdowns and points and 16th in points allowed. The defense is done okay in that regard overall. Underwood, the rookie, again, 11 touchdowns, 5 picks, 1,300 yards, been sacked already 20 times on the season. Junty nearing 500 yards with a touchdown right now at this current point in the season. You got Tucker leading us in receiving in yards with 337 with 4 touchdowns, leads the squad. It's nice to see. Who's our sack? Who's the guy? I mean, we got 3 dudes, two left tackles here, each giving up 5 sacks, and O'Neal giving up 5 sacks off the right edge. Not great to see. Crosby 5.5 sacks this point in the season. I mean, it's just not being very cohesive. And let me be real here. If your offense isn't cruising, it's because more than not, it's your quarterback. And the quarterback play just hasn't been there consistently at this point in the season. This is a huge year for our team, too, because it's year 3. We have 5 years to win the Super Bowl, right? Max Crosby is on a contract year. And he's a guy that we know wants a lot of money. We have $133 million in cap room currently as it stands. And right now, if we can sign him, give him that 3-year deal, but we're not going to have a ton of money left going. So I'm going to give him the offer he wants. We're going to bring Max Crosby home for the remainder of this series for us. Jackson Powers Johnson, offensive tackle for us here. Again, we know how important the offensive line is for this team, but these guys are not cheap. We got, again, $90 million. That's $50 million for him. This is $46 million, $29 million for Nakobe Dean, which I think he's worth that money. I think he's absolutely worth that money. We'll take that deal. His interests are not being met here, he says. So he may want to leave, he says. Interesting to see. Quay Walker, another Mike linebacker. We could maybe bring him back instead then. Let's see if he'll take a deal. He's happy to stay with the squad. Good to see. So we now have $72 million remaining. Teron Johnson, he wants to come back to the team. We'll give you the deal you want. Good to see. So we have $60 million now. Who else? You got DeForest Buckner here. I would like to be able to bring him back. He's 89 overall, 1-year deal. Bring you back for 1 more season, right? See what we can do. And then, so I'm thinking we may trade Nakobe Dean. If he doesn't want to stay, we may get rid of him. We may just trade him straight up. We got Kenny Moore available still, 32 years old. I'm probably going to let him walk. Naylor is wanting to leave. Glaze is wanting to leave on the right side of the edge for us. Got a lot of players leaving. Not a ton want to stay. Devontae Adams, of course, he may be retiring. I don't want to throw money his way. And then you got Brandon Aubrey sitting here too. Like, oh, I want to bring Brandon Aubrey back. Keep a good kicker back there to do his thing. So we got some people leaving. You got guys I don't want to trade. You got guys I do want to trade. And Nakobe Dean, he's the one I want to hunt and try to shop around a little bit here. So we're going to see what we could do for him. So I think we're going to go with this one here. It's going to give us several picks, but I don't know if it's, I don't know. We need those picks. We get 1 pick for next year's draft out of that. I'm tempted also to go look at this one here from the Giants. You get Paulson Adebo. A corner, 81 overall with 2 picks from next year's draft. It's not a bad one to look at. So I think we're going to go with that one. And that would be the deal we run. Also going to hunt and try to sell off Devontae Adams here with a trade. I want to see what we can get for him. Not a ton to look at, to be honest, but I see a Quincy Williams here and I like that. So I'm going to go with that deal because I feel like this year is a bust at this point. We just need to try to build up for the future for next year, year 4, and then year 5. We're also going to do this Naylor and Kenny Moore for a 7th rounder and Kevin Winston Jr. It's a free safety. Just, again, trying to get some young talent and some draft picks. All right, we're at the last week of the regular season, and this is why I'm stopping, because the Bears, I think, are locked in, but we are 7-9. We're pulling together something here, actually. We're actually pulling together a decent season right now. We're 19th in points per game. The defense is still not great at all. I'm going to be honest here. Looking at our team right now in the division, we're 7-9. There's no chance to win the division at this point, but here's the big if here. We have a bunch of 7-9s still ahead of us here with us. If we win this week, there may be a chance we get into that last spot, right? So we're going to get into this sim here, and we're going to see how we do. Here we are, last game of the regular season from Allegiant at home, taking on the Bears, a solid team, Caleb Williams and company, right? We can only get into 4th quarter, and we need this offense to show out. We need this defense to pitch a shutout here, and we're down 7-3 early. No touchdowns for our team so far to get this one going. As we head to half down a point, 7-6, 3rd quarter now. Come on, offense. Now our 4th quarter here. All right, so we're going to get in now, slowly get into this. So we need our defense to come up with some stop. And Caleb Williams just hit us with a 60-yard touchdown pass. So it's not looking good to start here. I'm going to go into the offense now. We need our offense to score rather quickly. We only have 6:31 left. Underwood, we need you to do your thing as well. Here we go, 1st and 10. And he gets hit in the backfield. Not great to see. Bears today, they're 5th, man. Top 5 defense. That's tough to stop. I'm going to be honest with you here. Let's go with like a... I don't want play actions. Let's go with a smash here. Tucker in that seam. We'll see what we can get there on that. Go right here to Brock Bowers. Let's go tempo, tempo, tempo. Let's keep tempo going here. We got one-on-one on the outside. I kind of like to see that. We're going to hit that. Got it. 1st down. He's got no touchdowns, no picks on the day. It's great to see. We haven't put up a touchdown in this game. That's the problem. Go underneath the Brock. Just going tempo. Going tempo here. Let's go dagger. Let's go dagger. See if Franklin can get loose up the seam here. And underthrow if I've ever seen one, but he came away with it. He came away with the catch. That's all I care about. He got the catch. He got the catch. Let's go here. We'll stay with the same play. Tucker across here. Let's see if we can get this. Check it down. Caught by Junty. Let's go in and out. In and out here. Franklin, maybe. Bowers, maybe on this target. Let's see what we get here with this Bowers movement. Caught. Oh my gosh, only got a yard on that. Only got a yard on that one. Let's go motion wide post here. So we're looking at Bowers on this post route. Read that safety. The safety's floating over now. Man coverage, it looks like maybe. Thread the needle. Dropped. Incomplete. 4th down. 4th down. We got to go. We got to go. The 4th and 9. We got to get something here. This is pretty well the game, and we don't have many guys in here to play with. That's great. Go forward. No, we didn't get it. He didn't fall forward. So that sucks. Now the defense has got to get a stop. And they don't get it. It's going to be over. The Bears just too hard to stop. They put up the field goal. And we're going to drop the final game of the season 24-6. And there goes our postseason chances. Dadgummit. The offense went stagnant. Unfortunately, we miss out on the postseason. We look at the bracket here. We could have potentially gotten to that Titan spot right there, but we fall out. We don't get there. We don't get there this year. We went 7-10, an improved year overall. I will applaud the new coach coming in here. He did the job he did. The team improved. Tony Underwood, 3,400 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 9 picks. That's decent. The sacks still too high at 37 sacks on the year. 1,000-yard rushing year for Junty with 10 touchdowns. Solid. Receivers, okay, pretty mixed around here, which I actually like in my teams. Led by Trey Tucker, 8 touchdowns as well for him. Who was the dog water here? It was the rookie. Damian Beal allowed 9 sacks, and O'Neal with 8 on the other side. Not what you like to see. We're led by tackler here with Styles, 148 tackles. Crosby, a lackluster year for him, only 9 sacks on the season, which is way lower than what he's normally doing. So it wasn't the big year we were hoping for. Again, it all goes back to the quarterback play, but let's see who will win this dang Super Bowl. So season recap, and it is the 4-time champion Seahawks back on top of the league with a win 22-7 over the Bills. And the MVP of the league, Michael Penix Jr. for the Falcons, coach of the year for the Falcons, Raheem Morris as well. So very good for those guys there. They did the job they did. Now it's time for us to get into our coaching carousel and also get into some free agency with the little money we do have left. So getting into free agency, we will have some needs here. So looking at our needs, will linebacker, right tackle, and center. So let's take a look real quick at our actual team depth chart and all, if you will here, right? So let's go auto generate, make sure it's adjusted. So again, receivers getting better. We still don't have that star threat. Beal is a superstar. So again, the offensive line should be getting better. It needs to just develop, I guess. So we realistically, it'd be great if we could get, we got Junty 99 overall. We need another target a receiver to really be just the guy we need. Either that or heck, maybe we need to find a way to just keep developing Underwood. He's 84 overall, which is excellent. Defensively, it's going to be needing to find another defensive tackle. And then it's absolutely, we need to find some more linebackers. So really that's where we're at. We need a defensive tackle, linebacker, and receivers where I'm seeing, and maybe a right guard if we can find one. And here's what we have available. So there's a right edge rusher, but you have a kicker as well. Let's see here. Let's go look at the receiver room. So nobody crazy. Like you got Casey Conception here. 82 overall. Again, another depth guy. I don't hate it. I don't hate having a depth guy. I'll offer him a deal. It's just not the big splash landing you're hoping for, right? But we do need a right guard. And we have Powers Johnson, who we've had him on the team. He likes us. Will you give me a good deal for you, sir? I think you will. Okay. And then defensive tackle. This has been a weak point for us. Some of these guys have no interest whatsoever. Maybe we can get Lee Hunter here. He's got moderate interest. If I flex this money up a little bit, maybe that will be the sway. We'll see. We'll do that. And then we got David Bailey, Sam linebacker. He loves us. He's super interested in us. So let's try to see if we can get him a deal that he will hit with. Let's go 1 million clean. So we got these 4 guys targeted. That's really my 4 areas I needed. So let's see if any of them sign. And we got all 4. Excellent. So we have $15 million remaining. We got the 4 guys we needed. Happy about that. Let's see what else we can get. Got another corner here. Tariq Woolen, so 84 overall corner. He would come in and be our number 2 corner right now, day 1. So let's offer him a deal. That's solid enough. And back to the defensive tackle. I'm looking at Jerzon Newton here. We don't have the money for him, period. Okay, he's expensive is what you're telling me. What about Kenny Clark? He's older. Maybe you could take a small deal. No, we don't have the money. So we're pretty poor now. We're pretty poor now. I think we're just got to take what we can get here and leave it at that. We don't have money left over. So, but we got pieces we needed. Now let's just build that to the draft, right? So heading into the draft, we're 86 overall, 89 on offense. Again, we're growing. We're getting better. We're getting better and better. Let's adjust the lineup just to see where we're at, see what we really need from the draft. Again, I'm liking this offensive line now, finally. We have one of the best tight ends in the league, one of the best halfbacks in the league, and a quarterback that is growing immensely. We could use, again, we don't have a star receiver, but that's fine. Maybe another halfback just for depth potentially here. Defensively, definitely need to look at maybe another edge rush in the draft and another linebacker in the draft, because right now there's nothing there that's like something you're excited to see. So we need a will linebacker and we need a right edge. So for this year's draft, we are not that high. We're still top 10. That's great to see at number 8. So ahead of us went to tackle, left edge, tackle, receiver, receiver, receiver. So a good mix of offense, defense there. And I do see there is a edge rush available here. He is a first round projected talent. He's got elite acceleration, elite jumping. Strength is just decent though. Don't know if that's great or not. So he is, power moves are a C, is block shedding, or power moves is a D, block shedding is a C. Not the best. Seems like he's got to be more a finesse type guy. He's got good agility, good jumping, great change of direction. We'll keep an eye on that guy. And honestly, I don't need any other positions that I see out here, so I'm going to go with him. I'm going to take the risk on him. I'm going to see if it's a reach. He's a 24. We got him at 8, and he's not a dev trait guy, so he's a normal dev trait. Unfortunate to see. We did know we need another linebacker, right, is what we saw. There are some will linebackers still here on the board. Carlos Carter's 1. He's on our board. He's elite agility, good, decent. Let's see what this other guy is below him, because you got Jennings here. I'm actually going to go Carter. I like what I saw out of this. Let's see what we can get. Okay, let's see what we got here. He's a 101. We got him at 40. He does have a dev trait. So Carlos Carter, welcome to the Raiders, sir. So we got our linebacker. I would like to still find another edge rush if we can. There's this gentleman here. It's a third to fourth round pick, they suggest. Don't love his attributes, if I'm going to be honest. We also got Jaron Croft here. He's not much better. So I'm going to look at receiver. Maybe I'll steal a receiver out here. We got a deep threat with Jamie Holland, 6 foot. He's elite jumping and speed. Why not? Why not? You never know with the receivers. He's a 136. We got him at 72. And he has a dev trait with 99 speed. Let's go. So looking at our draft recap, we had a lot of picks. And we had some really good ones, actually. If we're going to sort by all, let's go sort all. Our best one was our first pick, 76 overall. Normal dev trait, right? Then we had Tommy Hyde, our halfback. This guy came back in the 7th round. He's actually our second best pick. He's a hidden dev trait, Tommy Hyde. Shocking pick here at 94 speed. It's what we were wanting, another halfback just to help in the backfield in case there's an injury to Junty, right? Then Jamie Holland, the 99 speedster halfback with a hidden dev trait. You got Matthew Charles, his 64 overall, not great. We got him in the 4th round. We got a left guard here, Zach Miller. He's a normal guy, but again, a depth guy. So we got some depth, and we got a few surprises in there as well. So I'm pretty happy with what we got out of the draft this year. Unfortunately, our safety, Kevin Winston Jr., 3rd week of preseason, 6-week injury, dislocated his ankle. Very, very unfortunate to see there. We have some player upgrades. Let's see some of these guys here. So we got quite a few dudes getting some upgrades, which is nice to see for our rookies, especially in our youngsters. So I got to go cut some dudes and we'll get ready for the 4th year. So here we are, year 4. We're 85 overall with the 87 offense and 84 defense. A little actually back seat from last year, if we're gonna be honest. I'm gonna move Hyde up to the backup for Junty here. I'm gonna move you to my top spot. So Beck's our top receiver, so 83 overall, but no adjustments made. So again, our receiving core is just weak, man. That's the biggest thing holding us back on this offense, is just the receiving core hasn't developed. We haven't been able to have that mega star with the money. It's a bit unfortunate, especially with an air raid scheme, even though I don't have an air raid offense technically, because there's nobody in the NFL that plays that way anymore. But the offensive line's solid enough. Defense, let's see. I mean, it's decent. I would describe the defense as decent. It's not terrible to look at, but it certainly lacks that big punch star power you would expect, right? But hopefully they can punch above their weight. We're getting ready for a season here where we need to hopefully get in and make a big splash. So let's get into the mid-season point and see where we're at. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom right, AFC West. We are currently first place, 4-2. We have a game lead over the Chiefs right now. I'm a bit surprised, if I was going to be honest with you. I didn't expect that. So looking at the schedule so far, we won our first 2 games, 2013, 2014. Then we got blown out by the Patriots, beat by the Jags, recover. We beat the Chiefs at home, beat the Panthers, and now we get ready for the Chiefs on the road at Arrowhead. If we could sweep the Chiefs, that'd give us a huge jump there for that division right now, because right now we're leading our division. We're 4th in the AFC as a whole. I am shocked to see us doing as well as we are. How are we doing stat-wise? Right now, we're not very good offensively. 28th in the league in yards. Not good. 5th in defensive yards allowed. Our defense is playing, again, they're punching above their weight. Offense is 25th in scoring on the year. And the defense, 17th in points allowed. So the defense is doing great. Offensively, not so much. Underwood not having his best stuff so far this year. Junty's doing his thing still. Look at this. You got 3-year pro, our free agent Conception here, leading us in receiving yards and touchdowns. Good for him. You'll love to see that. But we're not exactly the powerhouse offensive squad that you were hoping to see. But we're getting ready for a Chiefs team. They're at home. That's going to be a tough one. Let's actually jump into this one and see how it goes. This is a mess. Raining, just downpour. We're down 14-7 here. Tie it up. Take the lead before half. Keep that lead, please. Heading to the 3rd quarter. We're up 10 now. Come on. Keep it brewing. We're now 4th quarter, and they get on the board. And we get the ball back. 6 minutes to go in this one. It is foggy. It is raining. And it is time to work some clock here with Junty and company. Pouring rain. Pouring rain. Underwood, quarterback. Here we go. On the ground. We're going to go a ground game. Junty pushing forward, picks up a few yards, and I'm firmly going chew clock mode at this point. I don't want to do anything too crazy. Again, I know we're an air raid style offense, but with a touchdown lead on the road against a division rival, you got to protect the football and chew that clock to its fullest, right? And that was terrible for my guard right there. So it's 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 in the rain. Tucker in the slot. Conception, big 17 out there at the Y. We're going to air it out. 1st down, Tucker. Hangs onto the ball. 1st down. Keeps that clock moving. Keeps that clock moving. And we're going to stay in between the tackles here on the ground with Junty. Pull out the win here, man. We move to 5-2, and our playoff chances get a lot bigger with Junty picking up the first across midfield. 87 yards on the ground now on the day. Huge play. Huge play. You love to see it. You know, a rebuild come to fruition. It just sometimes takes a little longer than you like to see, but it's not been easy for this Raiders squad. Their offense has been poor throughout this whole rebuild, and part of that is because I think the quarterback play has just not been very elite. Now Hyde, our backup, the rookie coming in. 2nd and 1 here. And he's going to get on the ground, and he's going to pick up the 1st down to the 30. Timeout from the Chiefs and Andy Reid. So timeout, Chiefs. 2:37 left. 2 timeouts left. Junty back in the game now. Come on, we need to just move. Hang on to the ball. 2nd timeout called. 98 yards on the day now. 2:34 left. 2-minute timeout will still, or 2-minute warning will still come as well after this. So we're going to try to pick up a 1st here. Juke out. 1st down, Junty. 3rd timeout called, and the Chiefs are out of timeouts now. No, they're not. What? I thought they called 2. Did they get a free timeout somewhere? I swear they've already called 3. I'm just crazy, I guess. Hyde doing his thing. There's the final timeout. So now, I guess one of those was an injury timeout, I presume. Unfortunate. Hyde staying in the game. 2nd and 6. 2:25 left. He's going to get on the ground, and he's not trying to do anything but run that clock. Run that clock. It will stop for the 2-minute timeout, and that is it. So 2-minute warnings here. And we could technically just take a knee here, right, and win this thing. QB kneel. Not even trying to be special with it. I don't care. I just want to walk out with wins because I've seen crazy things happen in football. There's the knee taken, and that should seal the deal. I should be able to just get out of here, right? What are we doing? Yeah, they scored. Whatever. All right, 31-17. We get the win here on the road at Arrowhead. 5-2 on the year now for our Las Vegas Raiders in year 4. So that's just a clutch win. Seeing for us here, Underwood 13 of 19, 190 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks, perfect play. Junty with 114 on the ground, 2 touchdowns as well. Conception with over 100 yards and 2 receptions for touchdowns. And defensively, we had guys doing their thing. We, not a turnover fest, but clean football leads to a win. So 5-2, we're going to sim a little bit longer and see if we can make it to that postseason push. All right, so we're here. We have 2 weeks left in the regular season, and we are 8-7. Oh boy. Looking at the division race, we are currently second. We're tied in the division race with the Chargers, both teams at 8-7, and we don't get to play anybody else in our division right now as it stands. So right now, looking at our team standings, we in the Chargers, how have we fared to the Chargers? We've gotten swept by the Chargers. So we're just going to have the better record, bar none, if we want to win the division. But right now, we have the Buccaneers and the Saints remaining. Looking at our standings in the AFC picture right now, I mean, there's only 3 teams that have anything solidified right now. If we win out, we're in, period. We win out, we're in. But there's no guarantee that happens. We're taking on right now the Buccaneers. They're 10-5 on the road. They're a good squad. So let's get into a sim of this and see how it goes. All right, getting into the Super Sim. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Against the Buccaneers, they're 10-5. We take a 7-0 lead after 1, or tied now, up 14-7. Okay. We add a few extra points before half, please. Come on. Yeah, 17-7. 17-14. Fourth quarter. Buccaneers are driving. They're going to have to tack on to 3. And it is a 17 all ball game here, ladies and gentlemen, with 4:14 to go. On the road. Richardson Sr.'s in the game. Why? What happened to my quarterback? What happened to Underwood? Dislocated his ankle. He's out multiple weeks. Our star quarterback is out. Richardson. Got to be the dog. Got to be the dude. And Jonty gets nothing there. He's hurting a little bit right now. That's not great to see. So 2nd and 10 on the no gain. We need to get the field goal range for Brandon Aubrey. Because if there's somebody we know that can hit a missile down the middle of the field here, it's going to be Brandon. Here we go. And a sack taken there. They brought the pressure. They bring the heat, and we're in trouble. 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19, and I don't like it a lick. I need to go max protect here. Yeah, we need a max protect. We got double on the outside on Beck. All right, here we go. Drop it off. Go, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers gets us to the other side of midfield. A huge conversion on 3rd and forever. And Anthony Richardson finds his guy. They doubled up on Beck out there and left that left side of the field wide open on that drag. Holy Toledo. Holy moly. Did not expect what we just got there. I'm going to go dive on the ground. We're at the 38-yard line. Junty, are you okay? Are you okay to even be playing right now? I don't know. But we're going to go ground game. Hold that ball. Oh, we almost got pay dirt to the end zone. There is an injury. Please don't be Junty. Is it him? Dadgummit. We don't need him out. This is why we need the auto subs. Like, we need him out of this game. So Hyde, 2:54 left in this game. Woo! Hyde, first down, 1st and goal. And you know what they're going to want to do. Here he is, bruised ribs. He will return. Okay, that's fine. As long as he's healthy. And he can come back in this game. That's all I care about. So the 2-minute warning will still stop this clock after this play. And we're down at the 1. So we will be able to... Another injured timeout. Quit it. Quit it. This isn't soccer. Stopping my clock right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm going to have to get in the end zone. We'll take the lead. We'll take the lead. So now let's see. PAT up and good. Now the defense. Step up. Step up. Come on, D. We got to get stops here. 3rd and 4. First down. Ooh, I don't like it. 10 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go. They scored on the final play of the game. Are you serious? Final play of the game. They got a touchdown. Are you serious? And we're going to go to overtime. Tampa Bay pulls off the unfathomable with a fourth quarter drive to remember. We're going to go to OT, ladies and gentlemen. Here with the whole season at stake pretty well, right? We need to get this. We need to score. Both teams get the opportunity. Baker Mayfield's still out there. Tails never fails. We won the toss. We will. Oh, I didn't press anything. Okay, we're receiving apparently. Okay, I was weighing my options. That's okay. Let's go score a freaking tutty. Let's go score a tutty, right? Let's go do this thing. So we're gonna get this thing going. Double slants. Anthony Richardson, you're gonna be the hero, my man. All right, here we go. So you gotta drop back in coverage. Hot. Got a block. First down for Tucker. Got a first down there to Tucker. Let's go. Do your thing. McMillan here. You got Jonty back. Reception. Find Brock. He dropped it. You're sure-handed as they get, Brock. You got to catch that. You got to bring that ball in, sir. Second down. Conception on the slot here. I got him. Give me that. Give me that. No, he dropped it too. 3rd and 10. Oh, I'm going to lose my mind. Hide in the game. 3rd and 10. Underthrow and 4th down. I got booted. I got to freaking boot it. Dadgummit. Now our defense has got to make stops. And they're going to win this game. Oh, we got a pick. We got a pick. Tariq Woolen pulling it off for us. Come on, Tariq. Oh, that's huge. So the next points win this game, yes? Next points win this ball game. What a play. As we now... We need to get a little bit further for a kicker here. Richardson, no, just nobody screw it up. Nobody screw it up. Okay, good. 3rd and 5. That's reasonable. Let's go back to the ground again. I just don't want to throw a pick. At this point, I do not want to throw the INT. We're going to get even more. First down, injury timeout, of course. Of course. 40 seconds to go. Hyde staying in this game. Hyde, just pick up more yardage for me here, please. There's a few. And we'll do one more ground game. Ooh, shoot. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry. 5, 4, 3, 2. Timeout. Timeout. All right, there it is. 47-yarder, 1 second to go. It's Brandon Aubrey or bust. Oh, they're trying to ice me. They're trying to ice me. Here we go, Brandon. It's 47 yards. This is a chip shot for you. To win it and keep our season's playoff hopes alive, and we do. Walk-off field goal in overtime for the Raiders. Brandon Aubrey and company. Holy Toledo Mud Hens. We'll take that. We will take that. And we're having to do it with my backup QB. He's doing his thing. Big win. But after that win, are we in? No, we are 9-7. Still so much at stake for the final week of the regular season. Our division's at stake right now. If we win this week, we win the division. If we lose this week, we're up to the wild card spots, basically. So it's a huge week here, taking on the 6-10 Saints at home. Let's super sim. So here we go, super simming, a final game of the regular season. Win, we win the division. Lose, and we got to hope everything's in our way. Let's see, down 7-6 at the half. Down 14-6. Come on, offense. There we go. Now we're in the fourth quarter, down 3. That's not what I want to see. We're going backwards, ladies and gentlemen. What are we doing here? 4th and 19, and we're down, and we're going to get the chance. We're going to get a chance here. We're still without our star quarterback. He's still hurt, apparently, right? If I go here to medical charts, yeah, still multiple injury, multiple weeks. Okay, well, we got to do it the hard way. We got to do it with our backup. We got to do it with Junty. We got to trust our guys. I'm going to go flanker spot. Throw it underneath. Caught, dropped. Injury timeout, of course. There's always injury timeouts. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 here. Here we go. Hit the drag route. Pick up about 8 there. Pick up about 8 on that one. Let's go halfback angle here. If I like my setup, I may go Junty on the ground. I don't like the setup, so we're going to stay on the air. Junty got it. Keeps his feet. First down. Keeps his feet in the first down. 1st and 10. How's his wear and tear right now? He's okay. Stay in the game, my man. Stay in the game. 3:48 left in this one. And he's going to push through the middle. Picks up 9 and almost a 9 3/4. Good Lord. Huge run up the middle there from Junty. And now it's 2nd and inches. Oh, my gosh. Huge run. First down in field goal range. Chew that clock, sir. Chew it up. Huge play. 1st and 10. And just chew up what we can. We get 3 on that one. It's got to take us to the 2-minute warning, I think, right? What are we doing here? Come on now. Clock will roll, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. So the 2-minute warning's here. We're down 3. We need to get at least a field goal out of this, but I don't want the Saints to have another possession in them. We want a touchdown here, right? So now all teams, 3 timeouts respectively. Here we go. Hit Brock. Hit Brock. Let's go. All right, now we're going to start going a little bit of tempo here. Go a little bit tempo here. Come on. We're going to go right here on this. All right, here we got. Here we got. Here we got. Lead them. Get upfield. Touchdown Conception. And we take the late 4th quarter lead. Huge play. He gritties his way through. And now the defense. 5-point lead. Or 4-point lead, excuse me. All game right here. 4th down. And we get to stop. And we're going to be able to run out that clock and pick up the win in the final week of the regular season and clinch our postseason berth here in year 4 for these Raiders. Come on. There's Pete Carroll, our former coach with the Saints. It's awesome. You love to see it. So again, under Anthony Richardson Sr. coming in, doing his thing, 2 touchdowns through the air. Junty gives us 103. Bowers and Conception, massive receptions, and we get the dub, and we clinch postseason and the AFC West Championship. So there we are, 10-7 and 10-7, and we are taking on the New York Football Jets in the first round. If we win this one, we'll be we're a 3 seed, so we'll go to the bottom side of the bracket. Yes, but it's going to not be an easy test. The Bills are the number 1 seed, but we are, for the first time in this 5-year rebuild, we're in the postseason. We're a top 10 offense. We're a very decent defense overall, especially against the ground. But now the postseason journey begins. Can we finally get that big stretch, that big momentum, and maybe get a Super Bowl here in year 4?
So playoff football, we're finally getting to have it here in season 4. It's the wild card. We're taking on the Jets at home. We're at Allegiant Stadium. Maybe we can have a magical run. Again, it's not far-fetched. It's the NFL. Anything can happen, but we got to get through the wild card phase here. So we're going to get to the sim right now and see if we can get the early run. And right now we have a 7-0 lead, 14-0. Things are looking like they're moving in the Raiders' direction, pitching a shutout at half, 17-0 game. But now here come the Jets, down 24-6, 4th quarter. And it looks like we're going to run away with this one here in a big win, 31-13. The Raiders pick up the victory here in the wild card. And we take out the New York Jets. And we'll move on to the divisional
And again, we're doing this with our backup quarterback, Anthony Richardson Sr. He's been put in a tough spot. His 5th year out of Florida now. Came over here as a free agent for our squad. And he's done the job in the absence of our star quarterback that went down with the injury. He went 19 of 30, 243 through the air, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Did the job. Junty came in there, did his thing, 97 yards on the ground, no touchdowns. The receiving core led by Trey Tucker, 61 yards, 3 scores for him out of his 5 receptions. Very, very solid job, and the defense did the job as well. So now we're looking at the 8-9 Bengals. They're a team that, and if you look at the overalls and all, they are better than us. They are a top 5 offense in terms of pass yards. They lead the league there, and in terms of what they do in points, they beat us there as well. So they're a pretty solid squad. Obviously, they've got good weapons. We still are missing Underwood with the injury. So let me show you that injury. So again, our quarterback Underwood, he still has that dislocated ankle for 2 to 4 weeks. So he will be done. He's done for the rest of the season. So we are on the back of Anthony Richardson. Again, Joe Burrow, he's the top passer in the league. 5,400 yards passing, 44 touchdowns, leads all quarterbacks. And we got to take him on here in the divisional. If we win, we move on to the AFC Championship. So the sim is underway, and we get the early start. 7-0 lead here. Bengals tie it up, though, here before the half, and we take their lead late. So here we go. Heading to the 4th quarter now. We're down 14-10. It's 3rd and goal. Sack there taken. 4th and goal. We're going to have to take the 3. All right, so now it's time for this defense to step up, make plays. Try to make big plays. There's a big pass. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. That's going to be the dynamic duo. We got to stop, and they are moving down the field, but a huge play. And it looks like we maybe forced a turnover there. And it's 3rd and 1. We get the first down. No, interception from Demarion Overshown. And that's not what you want to see. Joe Burrow got sacked. Okay. First down, huge completion to Carlos Forbes. And with a few minutes left here, we need this to be a missed field goal. But he drains it. So we're down here with 3:56 left. We're down 17-13 here. And again, plenty of time, yes. But we got to go get this job done. We got to get the job done here. So here we go. Junty in the backfield. We need to pull off a great drive here. And Junty up the middle, nowhere to go with it. Let's start the clock and nothing to go show. So clock is moving. We need to get something going here downfield. We need to get something going downfield here, and we're going to go underneath on the drag route. We're going to hit our target. He drops it, squeaks out like a bar of soap. Nowhere to go. And it's a big 3rd down here. 3rd and 9. Game in the balance. I don't like the situation we're in here whatsoever. We're going to throw it down to Junty. He got it completed. Let's go. Not been Richardson Sr.'s best game today. He's thrown for no touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the day. Not his best performance. There it is. High throw to Conception. He got it down, though. He's been clutch for us in this postseason run. And he shows you why right there. Big catch on a bad throw. To throw that one shallow, up. It's going to get out of play. We've got a few yards out of that anyway. Let's go mesh spot here. Clock stops at 2:45 left here in this game. And I'm sweating on this, man. This is stressing me out. Just throw it shallow and first down, out of play. Good. Good. Simple. Keep it simple. We may go on the ground here now. We've been going air raiding for the most part here. We got Hyde in the backfield now here. And spin move, stick your foot in, pick up 9. What a play there. What a play there. So again, I'm not in a hurry here. We know this play will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 1, Junty back in the game. And he's going to get a big run. He may be able to go pay dirt, spin move. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning with 1:58 left. Big run on the ground. And now it's 1st and goal. We're at the 6. Touchdown gives us the lead here late. And he's going to be in. Wait, maybe too much time still on the clock, but we can take the 3-point advantage. So now let's go to the sim. We hit the PAT. Did we give Burrow and company too much time? First play, sacked. Second play, Picks up 11 to Carlos Forbes, 3rd and 5. 4th down. Here's the game of the balance. And it is not enough. We're going to be able to, looks like, run out this clock here. Why are we running the ball? Just take knees and get out of here. And we're going to be able to do it. We are going to survive. And these Raiders keep winning. And we're moving on to the AFC Championship here in Season 4. Behind a comeback performance led by Anthony Richardson Sr. and Junty and company. Even Hyde. Hyde did a good job as well. So here we are. It's the AFC Championship. Our Raiders got to take on the top seed Bills on the road. And here you see the NFC side of things, the classic picture there of the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. This could be a fun one. You got some classic teams getting after it here. Again, the Bills, they are across the board a top 10 team. Look at that. They're 2nd in scoring, 2nd in passing, 10th in rushing, 1st in opponents' points per game, 3rd in pass and rush yards per game allowed. They have been nothing short of tremendous. And again, they're led by a squad right now. They in terms of yards and everything, I believe they have a very solid squad. They have the leading receiver with Shakir. He has a 1,700 yards of receiving, 20 touchdowns. He's been incredible. They also have one of the top sack leaders with Parker, has 18 sacks on the season. They have the 2nd leading passer in the lead. So this is not going to be easy, but win this and we are one step closer to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. So here we go. Beginning the sim, 7-0 deficit already early. Oh God, it's 14-0. Come on, we gotta find a way to stop the Bills offense. They've scored on every possession, it seems like. And we are down heading to the 4th quarter, and we're down 28-7. And it looks like that's pretty well we're gonna run out unless we can pull off something crazy here. And no, we're gonna lose this one here. Unfortunately, the run comes to an end, and we will lose 28-7. And the Bills will go back to the Super Bowl yet again, and just not a good performance. It was a bad matchup for us. It was just, you can't stop Josh Allen and company. Look at that, 27 of 32, 309, 84% completion rate with 4 touchdowns, no picks. Richardson barely could get anything going. It was a terrible game for offense and defense. The Super Bowl went down with the Bills and the Packers go down 18-17. The Bills win their Super Bowl, and Josh Allen got MVP for the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts gets MVP of the league, with Titans head coach Tim Stevens getting coach of the year for himself there. So again, we had the best season we've had yet with this squad. Unfortunately, it falls in the hands of the Bills in the AFC Championship, but now we get ready for our last offseason, last chance to build the pieces we need to get everything to come together to be able to get this team to the Super Bowl game. Okay, so before we begin our free agency stuff, we do have players that are up on their contract, and unfortunately a lot of them are really big players. So this is what hurts. You have that 5-year rebuild window. We spent money to make everything happen with this team, and now unfortunately contracts are coming to an end. So we need to we need to make things work. So here's what we're gonna do. I think what we're gonna do for Junty here, I know how these work, thank you. I'm thinking I want to tag him if we can. If there's any shot whatsoever, I'd like to be able to maybe tag Ashton Junty here. You know, I'm looking to a little bit less value, spend a little less money. That's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done. So he'll take the deal. I went a little lower on it. He'll take it. Brock Bowers, I need to get you. Just got to keep this. So he's happy to stay with the squad. So that puts us down to what, 88 million. So you got Sonny Styles, really good Mike linebacker. I need to bring him back. We'll even that out right there. He's staying. Okay, good. So we're getting some good contracts in. Kevin Winston Jr. not looking like he's going to sign with us, unfortunately. Darian Porter, the corner, he does want to come back, so we'll give him the contract he wants. All right, so we're heading to our last free agency here. And again, this is big because our team right now is solid, but we did lose some pieces that don't want to re-sign with us. And we're looking at some of those now. So I know for our team, for let me just show you really quick here. If we look at the adjusted lineups and everything, we're set for a lot of our positions here. Conception is now our number 1. Tucker moves to our 2. We have Franklin at 3. So I would realistically, I'd like to find one more star receiver for this year. Our offensive line is overall okay, But we did have our right tackle and center leave. So those leave 2 positions that we must fill as a center and a right tackle. They are our number 1, number 2 positions we have to get, bar none, no matter what, right? We've got to fill those positions. Defensively, we're really good here. Up front, we're really, really solid. I could use a better right edge if at all possible. Corner, we're pretty decent. Free safety is the must, though. So I think right now our top 3 positions are going to be our center and right tackle that are the musts, and then we need a free safety. After that, if I could find another star receiver, great, but it's really those 3 positions that we need to shore up this squad in free agency right now. So here's the top right guard is Miners here, Quinn Miners. He's an award winner, 30 years old, 98 overall right guard. He's probably very expensive, but he could be a guy that shores up this line. And he'll be really, really, really good. So let's see if I can give him like just trim down a little bit there. 3 years, 26 million. Maybe he'll take that right there. That'll be an expected value of 84.9 million. Pretty solid job there. But we need a center as well. So that's one offer. Then I need a center. So we have Hecht here. Sam Hecht, not great. We also have Newsel here. Let's see if we can get him. He's better. I'll give you a little more money as well. You know, we'll see what we can do there. Maybe we can land him too. And then we needed a free safety. And we don't have a lot of great options here that are willing to come to the team. We do have Wheatley here as a key. Wheatley, 27 years old. We also have Geno Stone here as well, who has interest. How much more expensive is he? Way more. I'm going to go this option here. It's a far cheaper option. Saves me a little money. Okay, so it leaves me a little bit of money now with those 3 targeted. And then I would like to, again, go look at the receiver core just to see if there's somebody like a Amon St. Brown here. He likes us. He wants a lot of money. Clearly, we don't have that money to give. But if he would take like a team-friendly deal, maybe. I don't know. I don't think we can afford the man. But we have Jack Beck here. He's been great for us, but he doesn't really have any interest in our team. You have Scary Terry here, Terry McLaurin. Maybe we can bring him in. You got Jalen Lane. You got Alec Maynor, whatever your name is there. I can't pronounce names. So there's some good talent out here. I'd be curious to see if we could possibly land back with Beck. I just don't think he wants to come here to this team. So I'll go with Alec here. Maybe we can go with him. Just go a little bit up. Start there. And then go look at corner as always. One of my positions I always look at is a corner. Just for depth, right? You got Deonte Banks, solid player here. He wants a little less value, so I can deal with that. And we'll give you what you're looking for. We'll see what we can get here. So here's our 5 that we have targeted. Let's see if any of them sign with us. Again, we try to make the most of the money we have. And it looks like we got 4 of the 5. We got everybody but our right guard, who right now is slightly offered higher for the Cardinals, it looks like here. So I'm going to renegotiate. With the limited money I do have, I'm going to go up to 18 million. And we'll see. Quinn Myers, if I can get you, sir. We're hitting everything out of the park here. So let's see. Second eval. And we got one. Big spender. We just got an achievement for this as well. We got a big guard. And that's going to be huge for this team. And maybe the missing pieces we needed just to protect the quarterback, keep us safe. Got another depth guy at corner. Got a depth guy at receiver. We got a starting center. And potentially right here starting free safety with Wheatley. So I'm pretty happy with this group overall. Unfortunately, you know, we're going to miss out on Amon, who was a guy who was interested with our team, certainly. But just, we didn't have the resources to pay $119 million and what he was expecting, right? We didn't have it. So kind of is what it is. Kind of stinks to see, but we're okay. So looking at the free agency recap, we got the best overall guy. Looks like the Falcons land St. Brown. Jalen Hurts is a free agent. Nobody signed him. He didn't get any offers. That's crazy. Abdul Carter goes to the Dolphins. Okay, some good guys that are staying not signed, which is crazy to see. But overall, heading into the draft, here is our team. Here is the team we would be fielding if we played tomorrow in our 5th season. Again, it's A solid lineup. It's not that air raid. We're still air raiding it. That's what we're doing. I want to generate best lineup. So we would be, as it says, 87 overall, 91 on offense, 84 on defense. So the defense is our weak link. The offense is our strength right now. But again, I think Conception's a really good receiver one. Outside of that, we just don't have that next big threat other than Bowers. But the offensive line is shored up. We are really, really good now on the O-line, which is great to see. Very happy with the way that shored up for us there. We have on defense now, Wheatley, there he is, starting free safety now. You got Chin over here at strong safety. I like what we have with Styles, Bailey, and Carter. Corner is got some depth. D-line is looking strong. I'm very happy with the way that team, this side of the football is developed over here. So now we just got to get into the draft to see if we can shore up some weak links, which is primarily going to be, I think, right edge. Maybe look at safety again just to see if we can find somebody. But right edge, safety, and then of course never hurts to look at skill positions. So we are unfortunately not going to be a very high pick here this year. We are the 30th pick in the first round. So again, we're not probably going to have the big landslide victories we've had in the past. But we're going to try and make the most of what we can. This guy's interesting. Ben Weaver here. He is a receiver, elite acceleration. He's got solid speed. He's not the fastest guy in the world over here. If you look at his dash and everything, he's not the quickest dude. But he's an interesting one to look at. Then you got Philip McNeil. This is the one. He's not bad either. He's got great short, great spectacular catch. Catching is great as well. So I'm really liking what he can bring too. So I think I'm going to go Philip McNeil. We're going to draft him, see where he is actually at. Late first round pick. Let's see if it's worth it or not. He's an A+. He's actually number 8 true value. And we got him at number 30. And he's only a normal dev trait, but you never know with that type of value, right? So next up, we're looking at our second pick here. Again, we need, I think, the focus on the defense now more than anything is just defensive picks across the board. And I think for us, Matthias Washington, strong safety, just having another safety to add to the table here. He's a number 33 true rank, and we got him at number 62. He has a hidden dev trait as well. Can't complain about that. I think I may go Tariq Owens here. It's probably a reach on him. Yeah, big time reach. That sucks, but he does have a hidden dev trait, so maybe the reach was paid off. We'll see. Okay, so looking at the draft, here's what we fielded out of the picks we had. I'm pretty happy with it overall. We got Philip McNeil. He's 78 overall. He doesn't have a dev trait or anything like that. He's normal, but I'm happy about him. We also got Matthias Washington, 74 overall with a dev trait. 65 overall, 67 at left edge, 71 defensive tackle with Deion Gray. Again, just went all defensive pretty much outside of that first pick. I'm pretty happy with the overall guys we got. Now we'll just see what we have as we get ready for our preseason. So as we get into our final season of this rebuild, we are an 86 overall team, 89 on offense, 84 on defense. It's good. It could be better. And again, I think the biggest difference maker for this whole rebuild challenge has been the quarterback play. The quarterback position's been weak. It has not developed the way we hoped. And the receiving core has just not been the strongest overall. We've built, I think, a very, very good offensive line overall. I do think it can be a little bit better here by putting Powers Johnson at this position here. Got Flowers up here. I like Beal there as well. So I'm pretty happy with where we're at there overall in the O-line position. Hopefully they stay healthy. That's the big question mark, right? Is health. Defensively, again, the D-line and all, pretty good. With adjustments, they could be better. Obviously, certainly can be much better. We're starting with our Wheatley pick there. We have a good defensive secondary overall. We just need to stay healthy this year and play and punch above our weight, and I think we can get back to the postseason. Okay, we've simulated to midway, and we are 6-1. You'll love to see it. So a 6-1 start. The only team that took us down so far is the Patriots, 33-27. But this is what you like to see: the offense putting up points. The defense doing a solid enough job. It's not great, but we're doing a good enough job. And right now we're the number 1 seed in the AFC. If we're looking at the AFC West, we are landslide leading this division, which is excellent to see. For the first time, it feels like in forever, we haven't had a real close race in the West. And then looking at stats, currently we're second in yards per game. in yards total, I suppose. We're 19th in defensive yards allowed, which again can improve. We're going to get better there. We're first in points scored. That's insane to see this. And we're 11th in points allowed. So right now on the year, it's Underwood, 2,100 yards through 8 weeks, 16 touchdowns, 7 picks. He's been sacked 16 times. Still a little bit too high for me. Junty, 349, 5 touchdowns on the ground. Done a solid job. Receiving corps is led by Troy Franklin, 615 with 7 touchdown receptions. Conception second right behind him. So we're seeing some good stuff here. We do have a weak link. It's Damian Beal on the left tackle. He's allowed 7 sacks at this point in the season. We don't love to see that. I could do some maneuvering to make sure he doesn't do that, but I'd like that stat to be a little lower if we can help it. Our sack leader right now is Jadarius Marion. That's surprising to see. Crosby's actually behind him right now. All right, so we're stopping here, and we are 10-5 at week 17. 2 weeks left in the season. We're 10-5. Currently still the number 1 offensive points per game, second in passing. We're last in rush yards per game right now. The defense is doing a solid enough job, but currently right now we have a lot of injuries. We have 6 injuries. Look at all those injuries stacked up on our team right now. That's scary, especially if they're significant. We currently right now, we have a lead in the division. If we win this week, we lock up that division. I want to see just how bad this injury situation is. So 1 to 3 weeks, Crosby's 2 to 4 weeks. So he'll be back middle of the postseason. Tucker's done pretty much for the year, week to week, 1 to 3. So we got a lot of guys that are big time players, starters for us that are out, and we are still, we're making a run, but I feel like if I had to guess, I bet those injuries have hit us and we probably went on a little bit of a slide lately. So I know we've won 2 of our last 4. Yeah. So it's been a little back and forth lately. The football's not been as good, but we're still performing at a high clip. If we look here, Underwood, he is 4,500 yards passing, 39 touchdowns, 10 picks. He's playing out of his mind right now. He's playing out of his mind. Junty, again, a little bit more of a back seat with the air raid style. Franklin, our top receiver, is doing his job very, very well. The big thing is just, we have some injuries looming. We need to win. If we win the division here, and then we take on the team that eliminated us in week 18 with the Bills. So we win the week, and now we get ready for the Bills here. So the Bills are 11-5 as well. We have some player upgrades here to look at too. So we'll just do automatic upgrades for those guys. So looking at the playoff picture heading to this week, we are currently battling for the 2 seed. If we beat the Bills, we could jump up to that 2 seed, which would be huge. The Titans are currently the 1 seed. They're locked in there, maybe, potentially. Let's see the standings just to be certain. Yeah, they're locked in. 15-1 are the Titans. Holy crap. That's insane. The last place team, you have a few teams there out of our division. But we're battling right now. We're locked in the postseason, but we just want to get that 2nd seed, if at all possible here. So we've simulated, and did we win? No, we got 12-5. No, we did win 38-31. Okay, so we did win the week. So we are the 2 seed. We take on the 7 seed Jets, the team we took on last year in the postseason. So the run's in front of us. We know what we can do now to get there. Now we just need to see if we can, take care of our job and keep playing strong offensive powered football. The next question's health. How are we doing here? So Crosby is week to week. We're still missing Tucker probably for the rest of the postseason, as well as Lee Hunter. So we're not super healthy overall. We, again, have had a tremendous year offensively. Looking at what Underwood did on this season, he has been incredible. 5,200 yards passing, 47 touchdowns, 13 picks. Incredible. Junty back Seaton with a 744 with 12 touchdowns. Still not bad. And we have 2 1,000-yard receivers, each with plus 10 touchdowns, which is insane to see. But the offensive air raid has been throwing it high. So this is it. Our last chance, our last opportunity. Year 5 of the rebuild is here. And this is our last chance here. We need to win. And we get the 7-0 advantage early. 7-7, 14-7. Okay, come on. I don't like the back and forth nature of this game right now. There we go. Let's run away. Second half, let's pull away, please. There we go. Give me the insurance. Yes. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. 42-17. We get the big win. We keep moving down the postseason stretch. We get ready for the divisional now. Taking on Jalen Hurts in this one here. Jalen Hurts went to the Jets. and he did not play very well. Underwood, 17 of 24, 294 with 2 touchdowns. Junty, 61 yards, but had 3 touchdowns on the ground. Good for him. Very solid job, and we move on to the divisional. And unfortunately, look at this. Look at the injuries we sustained after that game. Conception, shoulder strain, 1 week. Powers Johnson, 5 week, torn labrum. You have Cutler, 1 week, turf toe. So we added 3 more significant injuries. I mean, significant injuries here. So with those injuries, we're looking at guys having to step up in different roles. I mean, you got a Famoa here who's got to fill in that position. That's going to be a test, to say the least. I don't love our situation we're in here at all, offensive line wise. I don't love that our receiving core just got a little thinner. Defensively, we're starting our rookie right here at D tackle, but he's hopefully punching above his weight. We'll see. And now we get ready for the Bills team, a Bills team that's not as good as they've been in the past. They are also riddled by injuries, just as we are. And they're a team that won their division. They've been middle of the pack statistically, but they've been an elite squad. So now we got to take them on and defeat them at home with a chance to move on to the AFC title game for the 2nd year in a row. So here we go. Begin the sim. Here we go. Down 7-0, 7-3. As long as our defense can perform and we can get scores, I feel confident in our spot. 13-7, okay. And they take the lead. We take the lead back. So now it's 20-all. 4th quarter here. Don't love the spot we're in. It's 3rd and 10 here. All right, so let's see what we can try to do here. 3rd and 10. A pretty big possession if we're going to be realistic here with this. 3rd and 10. Junty in the backfield. Here we go. Wide open. Get it to him. Easy play. 1st down. Move the chains. Let's go. Let's go. I'm actually going to go ground game a little bit here. We don't run it a ton with this offense right now, but we're going to do it right now here. It's about an 80-20 clip right now. Oh, boy, he got blown up, but thank God for Junty. He's able to step out, makes the big play on the ground, his 10th carry, gets us the 1st. Let's go curl flat seam here. Bowers on the seam here could be open. Let's see here. We'll go. Oh, I got hit as I threw. They brought heat. They got to me. They got home. Okay, we'll go back to the ground for just a 2nd down play. Try to chip away a little bit if we can get good blocks up front here. Let's see. Got one. Didn't get the 2nd one. We got caught on our own dang guy, and we get 4. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6. We got Cutler here. Bowers, Franklin, Conception. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, give me that wide open. Give me the block downfield, and we're end zoning. We're end zoning. Close. Big play from Underwood there. Hit to Cutler. And it's going to give 1st and goal, and they say, hey, let's go on the ground. All right, coach. Junty, looking at you in the end zone here. 5 minutes to go in this ball game. Let's get in the end zone. He's going to power forward and gets down to the 5. Injury timeout for the Bills. Brings 2nd and goal here. Cutler, I'm looking at you, or Bowers slicing out here. So A, 1st read. Oh, we're going right here. Brock Bowers scores, and we take the lead back here in the 4th quarter. Now we put the ball in the hands of the Bills offense and our defense to make stops here with 4:47 left. Let's see what we can do. Right now, 2nd and 8, 3rd and inches, 4th and inches, and they pick it up with Ben Ferris. So 3 minutes to go now. 4th and 5, Josh Allen sacked by Max Crosby, and they pick up the conversion to Parker Washington. Here we go now. 2nd down, 1st and 10, 1st and goal, and they're going to power it in, end zone touchdown. All right, so we're tied up, 27-all. 27-all, all teams, 3 timeouts respectively. Here we go. Go underneath. Caught. What a catch. Injury timeout, and it's going to be one of my offensive linemen. Don't love that, I'm going to be honest, but that's a huge play. That was one of my centers, was it not? Oh, boy. Let's look at this. Where are we at my center-wise here? Offensive line. That is not great to see. All right, let's see. Throw it away. I don't like any options there. They had good coverage downfield. We have Brandon Aubrey ready to go. We just need to pick up, you know, a healthy chunk of yards. And we do have the injury timeout there. He has got cramps. He will return, they say. Okay, good to see. 42 seconds now. Conception on the outside. I'm going to send you on the go route. See if you beat your man. We're going to go underneath, hit the drag. You got it. I'm going to call timeout with 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and 6, excuse me. I thought he caught it with a bigger catch. Guess he didn't. Cutler again right here. Caught. Got it. And he's out of play. Great footwork. Great route run. We're at the 46. So we are technically what you would call field goal range for Brandon Aubrey. I don't like it yet, though, still. So here we go. 1st and 10. Junty got it. Picks up about 7-8. Gets out of play. Stops the clock. Okay. For this one, I will be okay going on the ground. We do have 1 timeout still remaining. And I just want to pick up the 1st down if we can help it here. He's got it. Junty with it. He's got it. And there is no timeout. We're going to go tempo here. The tempo here. 20 seconds. Oh, what is going on? Dropped. That stops the clock. 12 seconds left. Okay. So here we go. We're at 12 seconds. Don't even know why I passed right there, to be honest with you. So we just need to get this into the middle of the hashes here. And we do the job. We do the job. Let's take the clock down now. Why is the clock stopped right now? Thank you. So we're going to get it down to about 2 seconds. All right, perfect. Call that timeout. Brandon Aubrey time. 40 yards out. They're going to call timeout. Yes. There it is. So Brandon Aubrey going to be called on to be the hero here in the 4th quarter to head to the AFC Championship for the 2nd year in a row. 40 yards out. And he will do what Brandon Aubrey does. Clean in the middle, and we walk it off. And we'll head back to the conference championship here. And we take down the Bills in revenge game for what happened to us last year in the championship game. Huge one, and we move on. And we get ready for the Colts. The AFC Championship game is the Raiders and Colts. The Colts are a 5 seed from the wild card. They defeated the Bengals. Then they took on and defeated the 1 seed Titans, who have only lost 1 game on the season. They beat them 27-21. And look at this. You would have not thunk it, but you have the Cowboys in the NFC Championship for the first time in forever here. They're taking on the Lions. So there's a chance we could take on the Cowboys, have Raiders Cowboys. That'd be fun for me. I'm going to be honest with you. But we're taking on this squad. They are a top 5 defense overall. They've been bad, though, against the offensive pass yards. So that's our strength. Let's see if we can pull this one off and head to the Super Bowl. So 2nd year in a row here at Allegiant Stadium. It's an AFC Championship. Now at home, we have the home field threat, the home field advantage, and we are getting it started here. So we're just gonna jump forward. Let's just do jump play to play. I'm doing this on my own here. I just want to go a little bit quicker. We get 3-0 advantage. Get the ball back. Nothing happens there. Come on, offense, please. The offense not doing a ton so far to start, but we do get in our first touchdown there before the half. 13-0 against these Indianapolis Colts, and we head to the second half now with the lead. Colts driving down the field, very sustained drive, and they will have to tack on just a field goal out of that possession. And now we give the ball back. So 4th quarter, we begin. We're going back and forth. Underwood trying to give us some separation, and he does. 20-3 is our lead. Here comes the Colts. They get their first touchdown of the game. It's a 2-score game now here with under 4 to go, and we give it back. It looks like a 14-yard penalty, it says. The Colts, another massive defensive play. So it's been 2 massive penalties, and now the Colts are going to be able to drive the field. And with 2 minutes to go, we are in a spot where it's time to chew the clock. A couple first downs wins this game, and we move on to the Super Bowl for the first time in forever with these Raiders, and the first time in our rebuild. And we've given ourselves the challenge, the opportunity that will head us to the 2-minute warning. So now it's time to burn timeouts for these Colts. Now it's time to burn the timeouts. Again, do the job, and it's over. And we get to the Super Bowl here. We just need a first down here and then one more, realistically. And there's one. Junty moving upfield and across midfield, and that's going to call a timeout right there. First timeout called. First timeout called. So at 1:54 left, not technically home free like the announcer just said. We still got a little ways to go, and we're not quite there. Second timeout. So one first down here wins this game. 2nd and 4, you just need to get 4 yards. 4 yards away from a Super Bowl, and that should do it. That should do it. Junty gets it on the ground. First big one right there. And now we can go chew clock and quarterback kneel. And our Raiders defy the odds, and we're going to get it done and move on to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's been, 5 years to get to this point. We've been building with this team in a way that's been fun. You know, we put ourselves in the situation where we've been the air raid style offense. We had to cut our highest paid player to start this journey, which did give us a cap hit penalty. But we've been able to use free agency to build up this roster. The draft helped with depth. And, man, we're moving on to the Lombardi game, baby. So it's time for the Super Bowl. We're taking on the Detroit Lions. They took care of the Cowboys 24-18. They are a team that is similar to us in ways. They are really good at scoring, but they're really good on the ground. And they've been a top 10 defense all year as well. So I do definitely think this will be one of the toughest tests for our team, both just matching up wise, right? And here's what we have. Injury wise, we're healthy, except for Powers Johnson. He's still technically week to week. And for the first time in this series, we win an MVP. Tony Underwood, healthy, gets it done. He takes home the MVP honors this year, which is amazing to see. And we did not get Coach of the Year. We were follow-up. Marlon Burgess got second to Tim Stevens, which it was deserving. So now let's get this thing done. Complete the rebuild. Let's hoist that Lombardi trophy. So here we go. It is time for the Super Bowl, the end of our rebuild journey here, of our dynasty roulette, as it was, right? The roulette spins giveth, and now, well, it's time to take that Super Bowl Lombardi trophy home here. It's all led to this spot. Let's see if we can get it done. So here we go, beginning the sim. We can only jump in the 4th quarter. Those are the rules, of course, on all Madden difficulty. And Jeremy Chin comes up with a huge INT. Huge INT to set us up there. And now we got to boot it back, though. Unfortunately, no points came out of that INT, but that's okay. Defense gets us the ball back. It's been negative play after negative play. Wow. So it's been a defensive battle right now here, and it's still scoreless here before the half. There we go. 7-0 lead. That's what we like to see. Battling 14-0 before the half. That's what you like to see. The Raiders with the lead in the second half. Offense is playing great. The defense pitching the shutout, which I'm honestly a little bit surprised by. So we head to the 4th quarter. The Lions trying to get on the board. Still nothing to show. And we're about to add potentially the exclamation point here. It's 1st and goal. 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal. I'm jumping in. 3:30 something left. It's 3rd and goal. It's 3rd and goal. We got to get in the end zone here, right? It's 3rd and goal at the 6. Here we go. Found our man, and it's incomplete. No, off his hands. It almost fell into Cutler's. A wild play almost turned into a wild touchdown. But instead, Brandon Aubrey's got to pull off just a simple field goal here. Makes it a 3-score game here with 3 minutes to go. So 3 minutes to go. The defense just got to do the job, right? And right there we do it. It's a 15-yard penalty. Not what we were hoping to see. And here come the Lions. They get that kickoff. Do they get the onside? It's recovered by us. So we are now literally just a first down away from winning the Super Bowl here against these Detroit football Lions, baby. Hide in the game for us. Underwood under center. Underwood's been the MVP all year for us, and we get our big first down. Dan Campbell, get your heart out. Here we go, sir. We're going to get this done. First timeout called, and I think that's it. Technically, isn't that it? They can stop the play. Hyde staying in it. Gets us the other first down, and that's it. There's no way for them to stop the clock enough now, and our Raiders are going to get it done, ladies and gentlemen. In the 5th and final season of this rebuild, we will be able to take the knee, and we will be able to hoist that Lombardi trophy here. Unbelievable scenes. Underwood, MVP of the league in his final season here in Vegas, and the Raiders, champions of the NFL. We get the ring, and we complete our franchise roulette journey here, and we hoist high the Lombardi trophy. So 5 years in, we got it done, y'all. It's been a ton of fun with this rebuild. Let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned for more rebuilds of our franchise and Dynasty Roulette series as we move towards College Football 27 and Madden 27. But until next time, stay safe. God bless. We'll see you back here for the next one.